just about sailing, January 2019, second one. I wanted to get one out fairly quickly because I want to actually get going with some of these projects. So I'm going to start by making a start on ripping the galley out, which is going to be one of the first things I'm going to change. And then also, daughter's going away for several months, so we thought we'd have a little sort of fun quiz, a little bit light-hearted. So let's get on with it then. Okay, so just to look at what's in store for the next few projects, and you might notice that some of the things that I've actually got are not the ones that I'd planned to actually go with. Two reasons for that. One of those reasons is speed, in terms of being able to actually install some of this kit, and the other one is cost and other advantages, and I will go into all of that as and when we get going. But first of all, let's start ripping the old galley out. That's the first thing to do. Right, so today's task is to take this top off and these fiddles in the galley area, and then I'm going to make up a cardboard template and then a plywood one before actually committing to the coring and so on, because I want to make sure that all the various cupboards and things. This sink is coming out. I've got a massive sink going in. I'm going to have to move the fridge element, which I was going to put a sort of condenser and stuff in there, but I'm not now. I'm actually going to put a separate fridge in next to this area, which you can't see because it's all kind of clogged up. And this part here, I was actually going to extend the top over here, but I'm actually going to leave this as it is because it's really neat. It kind of fits these boxes, and I get two of them, and while you're in a seaway, it's quite good because they don't wobble about too much, and it also means less woodwork. So a very simple task, is to get all of this off. Right, now I didn't video that, but I've literally, you know, the last resort is always to hit something with a hammer, but if it's the last resort and that's the thing that's going to work, why not try it first? So what I basically did with this is I just tapped this with a hammer about 5 times and it came off. So and it's in reasonably good nick, I think. So, sink off. As I say, decent sink. Maybe I'll find another use for it, don't I? So there we go. This was about the cheapest version of one of these that you could get, so I got a slightly nicer one, but it did its job. So we're back to me forgetting to press record, because what I've just done is I drilled this, there's some plugs in here, I drilled one out a little bit, bashed it with a hammer and a screwdriver, and then unscrewed the first screw. Right, here we go. So I've got all the screws out. Let's take the top off. And see what happens. Oh, well, that's moving. Oh, it's moving quite easily already, actually. Not necessarily all the way around, because it is sealed at the back a bit. Oh, look at this. I guess they didn't have 5200 or Flex 291 in the days this was doing. And I can hear some squeaking, so I'm guessing there's going to be lots of expanded polystyrene or styrofoam in there. And of course it's not going to be happy coming out around that corner, is it? Oh, I really don't want to have to cut this in half. I will if I have to, but I really don't want to. This is like one of those things you get for Christmas, isn't it? Where, you know, that one of those toy things that you can't take apart. Right, I don't want to scratch that up too much. That's solid, so it's not going to come past there. If I could take the styrofoam out, I'd have more room. Oh, and by the way, this lining isn't held up properly because I haven't glued it, because I don't know what deck fittings I need to put yet. So I think you can see how big it is. Deep, very deep. Don't want to cut it in half. There's got to be a way of getting this out. Got to be, got to be, got to be. So I might speed this bit up because this is just going to be me standing here thinking. And obviously, rather than cut this, I'm happy to cut this because this is coming out completely anyway. Right, it's coming up by the boatload now. That's interesting. It is slightly soggy down there at the bottom, so probably just as well to get this sorted anyway. And we'll have a look in there as soon as I get this out. If I get it out, when I get it out. I'm hoping that by taking this stuff out, let's really carefully cut that, it'll mean I can twist it around a bit more. Aha! Look, 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 look. That was the answer. This is huge, absolutely huge. So I don't know how well this is going to show up because it's a pretty dark day, but that is, well, if I reach in there I can just about touch the bottom, and there's a manky piece of plywood down there, and then some more of this expanded polystyrene. This looks okay, so hopefully I can keep that. Excellent, good. That's pleased with that. Gosh, that was a huge old space. Now what am I going to do with that? Well, the sink is going to go along here, but there's going to be plenty of cupboard space underneath it. But I haven't quite decided what I am going to do yet, so we shall have to see. I need to get the shape of the hull on here, so I've made one of these things. And what you do is you basically set the pen the widest distance from where the piece of cardboard in this instance, and just trace it along. And you can get all sorts of flashy tools, but to be quite honest, an old stick. Keep this at 90 degrees. Or keep it at 90 degrees to the centre line of the boat. As near as possible. And let's have a look at what I've just drawn. So basically, this line follows exactly the curve of the boat, and I'm going to use this as a template for the plywood, which is going to be used as a template. Now this may seem fairly obvious to a lot of people, but I didn't know this for ages. I remember putting some lino down years and years ago, and I hadn't got a clue how to actually transfer the wobbly wall onto here, but very easy to do and very accurate. Hopefully you can see this, because the clouds come over, it's extremely dark now. Right, you can see the line along here. That fits in very, very nicely indeed, if you can see that. These things, by the way, that's just to prop the lining up. So I have made a piece of cardboard going all the way around. I'm going to cut a piece of plywood on there. That is about the size of the cooker, And this piece of cardboard here, which is massive, is about the size, well, it's exactly the size of the sink and draining board. So I said it was going to be large, didn't I? So I want to get this on, see how it looks. The advantage of using the stove that I'm going to is that I can gimbal it. So this will probably come down a little bit. There'll be some storage under here because I haven't got the oven. So I kind of need to visualise that with the plywood in place. And there's plenty of room at the back to get some cupboard and sort of storage space there. So we will have a look at that as and when we get to it. Right, so I'm going to take that cardboard away from the boat, make up templates and so on. But in terms of DIY, I'm going to call that it for this episode, because I do want to start to get a few out. And also, my daughter Lucy was only back with us for 2 weeks over Christmas, and I filmed a little, well, I think it's fun, a little fun, nautically themed thing between Christmas and New Year's. So we'll have a look at that. She's going off to count fish again. And she was trying to get, because of, you know what happened in the Christmas special, and I did take the mickey out of her a little bit, I did do something rather unkind. Well, she's got me back with this t-shirt, which, anyway, we'll see that in the next bit. So, anyway, right, let's get on with this, and then I'm going to start cutting some plywood.
I think you said to me years ago that the point of a Christmas present is to make yourself laugh. It's not about the other person at all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right. After the popular Fun with Flags episode, we're going to do something else. And Lucy doesn't actually know what we're going to do yet, but she's kindly volunteered. And yeah, sorry, this t-shirt that we were talking about, this is kind of a get back from the Christmas special where I showed the photographs of it. I like it though. Now, if you understand this, there is a double meaning to it. Do write a comment, but can you see it? I'll just kind of stand up a bit. It's very specific. You need to know who these two are, why, where it was, you know. Anyway, you'll either get it or you won't. So, what we're going to do today, and we've cut this a bit late, so this is a bit dark because, anyway, because Lucy is off to go shark saving again in a secret country that we can't name. Rhymes with Texaco.
Yeah, classified.
Yeah, classified. But anyway. So she's going to be there selling her stuff. We're going to do how to pronounce words today because there's a lot of nautical words. So what I'll do is, I've got these written on a card, I'm going to hand them to Lucy and she can then pronounce them and see if she gets that correct. That's a fun game, isn't it? So as I say, I will put, I'll tell you what I do, I'll give the definition of what this is. So this first word is, this is the direction from which the wind is coming. There's no trick ones here.
Windward?
Yeah, see?
Oh, okay.
That's one.
I'm getting marked.
And this second one is, if you anchor, you want to anchor where the wind is coming off the land, because then you'll be blowing out. So that is called a...
lee shore.
This is easy, isn't it? And we did windward, didn't we? That's direction from which the wind is going. The opposite side, where the wind is going to, is
leeward.
Sorry?
Leeward.
Oh, sorry.
Leeward?
That's leeward. That one. Oh, it was actually going well up to there. Bit embarrassing, isn't it? This next one is a type of knot, and it's probably the most common knot that everybody needs to learn how to tie. And you've probably tied one. I probably showed you how to do this.
Don't know yet. Bowline.
Well done.
Ha!
It's a bowline. Excellent. It's not a bowline, it's a bowline.
I remember you telling me off when you taught me
See?
for calling it a bowline.
I'm a good teacher. Don't spare the rod. Easy. Oh, sorry. This is either something you open the door with, or it's a kind of a man-made, I think, place where boats go.
Key.
Fabulous. Easy. Exactly the same definition for this one.
Key.
Fabulous. This is easy, actually. You've only got... Oh, hang on.
Yeah, give me my marks.
1, 2. You've only got one wrong so far. I'm very, very impressed, actually. This is the kind of the main bit of the boat. So this is the boat in Serenity where we will sit down and have dinner, etc. It's where the table is. And it is the...
Saloon?
No, that's where cowboys go to drink. It's the salon. Dear me. Right, this is kind of...
Not even space cowboys.
Mainly, I think, in the sort of areas around South America, Caribbean and so on, and it's little bits of land sticking out.
Key?
Key. Although the Spanish pronounce it
K.
K. Yeah, well done. God, actually, this is not going well. This was... she's getting all right, isn't she? Right, this is usually wood, and in olden boats it's wood. This is the bit that goes around the boat, around the sort of the top, where the sort of scuppers are.
Gunwale?
Gunwale. That's the gunnel. Oh, here's an easy one.
Imagining a humpback.
This is like, it's made out of wood, and it's kind of used like a nail that you hammer through one piece of wood into another. It was used in old-fashioned boats, usually with the grain at 90 degrees.
Right. Tree nail.
It's a trennel.
Of course it is.
Are you playing along at home? I'm enjoying this, I don't know. Have you got the t-shirt yet? No. Anyway, right, this is like a sort of, on the top of the deck, it's like a sort of a cabin-y type thing, but it's in front of the mast.
Forecastle.
Forecastle.
4 candles.
4 candles. No, it's a forecastle.
Of course it is.
It's very often spelt with, you can spell it how you want, but it's a forecastle. It's always been a forecastle. This one's specifically for our German viewers out there.
Squirrel.
Squirrel, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm being mean. It took Lucy ages to be able to pronounce the word squirrel when she was little.
It's a difficult word.
It is a difficult word, but you've done it very well. Right, this is somebody who kind of, is not the captain, but it's kind of the next best one, who kind of controls, steers the ship, etc.
Boatswain?
Boatswain. It's a bosun.
Bosun. Is that how you spell bosun?
You can spell it the other way, but you can spell it that way as well. But you can spell it B-O-S-U-N. But
Okay,
that is pronounced bosun. And the last one, we've done one for the German viewers, so this is really one for the American viewers. I know this is very popular. It's put on cheese on toast to turn it into Welsh rabbit, and it is...
Worcester sauce.
Worcester sauce. Brilliant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 correct out of 14. It's not bad, actually.
That's not bad.
Well done.
I've passed.
Yeah, there you go. So I shall give you your day skipper, competent crew, etc. certificate later.
Nice.
Right. So that's that. You won't be seeing Lucy for another 6 months unless she sends any exciting shark-related videos back that we can show. Possibly, yeah?
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so.
Well, you might see her. Bits of her anyway. Right. That's that. Bye. There we go. I'm not sure how much fun I should really take out of somebody whose best friends are sharks. But anyway, thanks for your comments from last week, by the way. It was appreciated. But we have now started the new year properly. As you see, I have loads of toys in boxes, loads of projects that are ongoing, and this show is finally getting on the road in the right direction. See you in the next video.